So, I want to tell you a story. It's about a piece of technology that the highest levels of government tried to kill. I mean, they declared it dead, done, buried. But somehow it survived, it mutated, and it came back stronger than anyone ever thought possible. And these are the words of Pavel Durov, the founder of Telegram. Sounds like a victory lap, right? The perfect ending to a huge success story. But here's the thing. That quote isn't from the beginning of the journey. It's from after the project was supposed to be completely wiped out. Yeah, you heard that right. Officially dead. So to understand how we got from a public execution to a resurrection, we have to go back to the very beginning, to this epic battle between a radical dream and the long arm of the law. Look, this was never really just about launching another cryptocurrency. From the get-go, it was an ideological fight. It was this grand vision for a free, decentralized internet going toe-to-toe with the state machine. And the ambition here was just off the charts. In 2018, Telegram raised a mind-blowing $1.7 billion. The plan? To build the Telegram Open Network, or TON, and put a crypto wallet into the hands of hundreds of millions of people right inside the app they already used every day. But just weeks, literally weeks before the big launch, the SEC, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, slammed on the brakes. They filed a massive lawsuit, basically arguing that TON's tokens were illegal, unregistered securities. And just like that, everything came to a screeching halt. After a brutal 6-month legal fight, Telegram lost. They were forced to return over $1 billion to their investors and pay a huge fine. And in May 2020, Pavel Durov made it official. TON was over. The project was dead and buried. But here is the plot twist that changes everything. Before walking away, Durov did something incredible. He published the project's entire codebase online for absolutely anyone to use. He basically left behind a digital ghost, a kind of testament to what could have been. So with the original creators gone, you had this huge power vacuum. The technology was essentially an orphan, and this weird kind of civil war kicked off for its soul. Two main camps popped up. On one side, you had a group called Free TON. They wanted a clean break from Telegram and immediately started changing the core code. But on the other side, you had New TON, a community of developers who were true believers in the original vision. They wanted to preserve the code exactly as Durov had written it. And then, in 2021, Durov himself weighed in. He publicly gave his blessing to the Newton community. He literally handed them the keys to the kingdom, the official ton.org domain and the code repository. This one act made it official. Newton, now called the Open Network, was the true heir. So, okay, the project is reborn. But what made this tech worth fighting over in the first place? Well, TON isn't just another blockchain. It's kind of an engineering anomaly, and it has a few secret weapons up its sleeve. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Most blockchains are like a single highway. When rush hour hits, you get a massive traffic jam, and everything slows down. TON, on the other hand, was designed to be like a network of roads that literally builds new lanes for itself whenever traffic gets heavy. Its first secret weapon is something called infinite sharding, and that's not just a cool-sounding buzzword. It actually means that if the network starts to get congested, it automatically splits itself into more and more blockchains or shards to handle all the activity. Then, when things quiet down, it merges back together. It's designed to scale like crazy. Its second secret weapon is asynchrony. Now, on most blockchains, everything happens one by one, in a very strict order. TON works more like a giant chaotic group chat. Smart contracts just send messages to each other without waiting for an instant reply. This allows millions of things to happen all at once, which makes it super fast. But you can imagine it's a bit of a headache for developers to get used to. But honestly, the most powerful weapon in TON's arsenal wasn't just the code itself, it was the distribution plan. I mean, how do you get a complex new technology into the hands of almost 1 billion people? Simple. You hide it in plain sight. And this is the genius of the Trojan horse strategy. First, a little wallet bot just appeared in Telegram. No big deal. Then, a full-blown crypto wallet called TonSpace was built right into Telegram's settings menu. And the key here is that it was a non-custodial wallet, meaning you, the user, had total control. Overnight, complex Web3 became as simple as sending a text, and TON had a distribution channel to 900 million people that no one else could even dream of. So the network had survived its own death and found a perfect home. But in 2024, it was about to face its greatest test yet, a real crisis that threatened to bring the whole thing crashing down. In August 2024, Pavel Durov was arrested in France. The market went into a complete panic. The price of Toncoin crashed by 20%, as everyone feared that the network's close ties to Telegram had just become its fatal flaw. For a second there, it really looked like this might be the end. But then, something amazing happened. Instead of running for the hills, the community rallied. The developers put out this statement, basically declaring their support for digital resistance and changing the official logo to a meme, the resistance dog. They took a moment of crisis and turned it into a symbol of defiance. This was the moment the network really proved what it was made of. Think about it. Its original head, the Telegram team, was cut off by regulators way back in 2020. And in its place, a totally new head grew, the open source community. The network had become a digital hydra. And that resistance dog in a hoodie, it's not just some cute mascot. It is the perfect metaphor for what Ton has become. It's this decentralized creature that you can't kill by attacking one person. It lives everywhere, on thousands of computers, inside one of the biggest apps in the world. There's no off switch.
And that really brings us to the moral of this entire insane story. A government can sue a company. It can fine it. It can even shut it down. But what it can't do is kill an idea when its code is open for the world to see.
The whole saga of Ton proves that decentralization isn't just a fancy buzzword, it's a real, powerful survival mechanism. It shows us that technology can organize and evolve all on its own, long after its creators have been forced to walk away. And so, the story of this project that was legally killed, then brought back to life by its community, and finally hardened into something even stronger, well, it leaves us with a pretty fascinating question. If this idea turned out to be unkillable, what's going to be the next one?